Now we'll be having Dietrich Hoffmann, the head of gas origination at RWE Supply Trading, who will be giving us some insight on the instruments available to monetize the location spreads. Dietrich, welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you, Justin. Oh, I'm quite all right. You see in the background, I'm in the office, so that is for me a very good sign that business continues and goes on. So I was asked from the guys of Route4Gas to elaborate a bit more on why we have joined Route4Gas so early, I think as a first or second customer, which is already quite a while ago, but slowly, progressively, the business picks up. And the question is now, what do we think is the specialty of Route4Gas? So the question in the end is, why do we book capacities at all? We as a pan-European trader, we would like to link our portfolios at the several hubs. We need to trade out our position, the longs and shorts at the several hubs on a daily basis. And this is where we have to ask ourselves every day, do we book capacities or do we trade a location spread? And this simply is then defined with a certain hurdle rate. So if I look at the location spread, it gives me a certain value of, say, NCG versus TTF or Austria versus France even. And then I can consider myself booking capacities on a primary market with all the goods and bads which were described by Caroline early on. Or do I enter into a location spread trade? So this is then me always, or my company, searching for the most efficient solution in case there is no congestion, or if there is even congestion that also influences my decision, but also influences, obviously, the location spread. And once this decision has been taken and I go for the location spread, then I can use several trading venues. I can use broker screens, and we have a big variety of brokers on the market, but also exchanges who also offer a big variety of prompt products. But with the brokers, we need to find, first of all, that they offer the location spread I have in mind. And they don't offer all location spreads across Europe. There is kind of 6, 7 liquidly offered location spreads at the screen, but they are way more. And if you trade at various locations, you might have an interest even to have a location spread from Czech OTE to the French PEC. And this is what you don't see offered by the brokers really. So then we hit illiquidity as well. So even if there is a location spread offered by the broker on screen, but it might not serve in the right liquidity you deserve for your position. So what's next? Then you need to go into bilateral discussions with counterparties, and doing this for a day ahead tends to be a quite lengthy and time-consuming process. And this is exactly where we think Route4Gas could add an additional value, because in this respect, we can upload our requests, our interests on that platform, and we hopefully get matched on location spreads, which no one considered earlier on. And not forget about the missing link element, which adds an additional dimension to the location spread trading. So this is where we're looking at, and we hopefully find a few more other interested companies in Europe which might join the platform that we can really harvest this value add from the platform. And that's it. Justin.
Dietrich, yes, very, very nice. Thank you for the presentation. Of course, it's very reassuring, I'm sure, for all market participants to see that a company as large as yourself is involved in using Route4Gas, and it's really you guys, the traders, those involved in the market, that we want to be hearing the potential benefits from. So thank you very much for sharing those thoughts with us.